I always thought that Golden State was going to win the Game 5, and I thought that Toronto was going to close it out in 6.
So when Toronto was up 6 with the ball, you still thought Golden State was going to win?
No, not at that point. When he called after the timeout, I said, damn, they just lost it.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
Tell us about today.
Good day today. Thought the kids played hard. A couple of standouts, probably Hernandez and Šamanić. Thought they both played really well. Šamanić has got a great stroke. Plays really hard. He competes. Hernandez on the defensive end he was pretty effective. He's got great timing. It's a terrific athlete, really bouncy. He's got great length. I thought they were both pretty good.
You didn't get to see Hernandez this year. How tough is that from a scouting standpoint?
It's not ideal, obviously. We've got a lot of tape with respect to high school. We can go back to the 2 years at Miami and look at a lot of stuff. Got a chance to see him in Chicago at the Combine. It's our first time seeing him in a while, and I thought he performed really well.
Obviously, you guys have, like you said, a ton of tape, a ton of information. You have a lot of the work done before these guys get in here. Can they change your mind once they're actually in the building?
I'd say yes. That's why we bring them in. Not only the component here on the floor, but also, sitting with them and talking to them in an interview setting. It can definitely make a difference.
When did Luka first start to come on team's radars? Was it the stroke the first thing that jumped out, or what made him pop?
A couple of years ago, we got to see him at Basketball Without Borders. It's probably the first time on a real global stage that we got to see him compete. And again, it is his jump shot. He's got a great stroke, and he's a sneaky good athlete. He can really run. The other thing he does is he competes. I think if you look at his year this year, he went through 3 different coaches, which is not easy on any kid whatsoever. Led his team to the championship. He had a really, really nice year.
Can he play the three as well?
Positionally, I'm not sure if he's ready to play the 3 right now. I think he's more of a power forward. With respect to defense, I think he's switchable. I think he can guard 4s and 5s. But in terms of playing the 3, I think it's going to be, a bit of a development area for him, if that's what he wants to play.
But is he ready to contribute right now at the 4 or the 5?
I think he can compete at the 4. With respect to competing or contributing at the 4, I think that's going to depend on the situation that he goes into with respect to whatever team he goes to. I'm not sure if he's ready to play in playoff games right now, but I think he's definitely ready to make a roster.
When you talk about his shooting, is that more spot up, catch and shoot, or are you looking at how he does out of a pick and pop, kind of off of the screen and catching out of that situation?
Definitely catch and shoot situations. I think he excels. Anytime you get a shooter who's on the move, I think that's going to be a bit of an adjustment for him. But in terms of catch and shoot, I definitely think he's at a pretty good level right now to where he can contribute.
Is he kind of sort of like Dario, like a guy where the team would draft and you have to wait on him, or does he have an out clause to come over next year?
That's something he and his agent need to determine. Early indications are he wants to come over and play right away, but I think that's something for him and his agent to discuss.
Hernandez at his height, how about him positionally? What do you see for him?
I think today he projects out to be a power forward. I could certainly see him playing some center in some small ball lineups, especially defensively. I think he's switchable 4-5, 5-4. Again, he's got great timing. He's got great shot blocking instincts, and I could see him playing either the 4 or 5.
As we're getting closer now to the draft, kind of in broad strokes, what's the goal of you guys over the next week? What are the things that you're actually narrowing down on now that it's almost time?
I think you said it. I mean, we're narrowing down. We've got a list, a group of guys within, tiers. Again, it's collecting and gathering as much information as possible, so we're ready next week to make the selections.
What are some of the things that maybe regular people might not think about that might be like those last minute pieces of information that put a guy like over the edge for you?
Again, I think it's about gathering as much information as possible. Whether it's in the interview sessions that we have here, it's going back and looking at additional tape. There's going to be a couple things that stand out. I can't tell you what those things are today, but you'll certainly know next week as we head towards the draft.
Do those interview sessions happen before you guys come out and play, or do they happen after this? What's the scheduling of that, like on workout day?
So workouts, they'll usually come in and they'll stretch. They'll get an assessment with our strength and conditioning team. They'll do some testing, so some jumping, some slides, some agility drills. They'll go through the workout here. After the workout, they'll get something to eat, and then we'll sit with them as a group and we'll interview them individually.
What did you see out of Shamari's game?
Shamari's a scorer. He's that typical New York point guard who, he can not only play the one, he can play the two. He can be dynamic at times. He did a great job today finishing in the paint. I think he's going to be a developing shooter. But he's quick, he's shifty, he's crafty. He can really score.
Thanks, Mark.
Thank you.